Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today, we'll be going over a Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36mm in oyster steel, entirely in steel, with the Oyster style bracelet, silver dial with index hour markers, reference number 126000. We'll be going over the case, the dial, bezel, as well as the crown functions and the bracelet, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on all of these throughout the video. Alright, so starting off with the case, we start at 36mm as indicated in the name, Oyster Perpetual 36 is 36mm from finger to thumb. It also has the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet. There's also a scratch resistant sapphire crystal, flat directly on the front, slightly raised, although not too much so that it disrupts the overall form factor. And when it comes to the form factor, it's extremely clean in its presentation. The high polish along the sides, continuing on to the front here, and going even up to the bezel. As you can see on the bezel, we have a high polish as well. Actually, these lugs are a very, very fine high satin brushed finishing of that steel. So it actually gives it a very cohesive look when integrated with the bracelet. All right, now anyway, back to the bezel here. The bezel is a high polish domed and oyster steel as well. Oyster steel being Rolex's own in-house made proprietary blend of steel and other elements to make it very strong and very capable of that high polish. And it gives it that very distinctive reflective look, very chrome-like in appearance, but it has that strength and will not wear down as anywhere near as easily over time. Now looking closely at this dial here, we have the silver sunray style dial with applied index hour marks with, I believe they seem to be 18 karat yellow gold on the outside at least, with the chromolite display for the long-lasting blue luminescence. Let me turn out the lights and you can see what I mean. Alright, now taking a look at the luminescence there, it's, if my camera will focus, it's a very nice value of blue, a very nice tint of blue there on the luminescence there, and you'll note that the index markers actually stand out very nicely against the darker backdrop there in darkness. And let's turn the lights back on here so we can see. Okay, now going back to the layout of these index markers, it's very nice actually because it has this symmetrical look to it. The Rolex crown logo being balanced directly by a double index marker at the 6 with the 3 and the 9 respectively, also balancing each other out. It's a perfectly symmetrical watch in that aspect when it comes to visual balance. Okay, and also note that the minute and second track on the very outer perimeter of the dial actually does have these tiny yellow painted on squares, very precisely placed. I don't know if I can even focus closely enough on them for you to see them with that much detail, but they're made very precisely and placed just so only on this variation of the watch, this particular dial color. All the other colors have black or even white little index dots on the 5-minute markers or the hour intervals on that track. So this gives it a very interesting and very characteristic overall look when it comes to this dial and this specific configuration of the Oyster Perpetual 36. Very much in line with that of the 41, which I had actually reviewed earlier. You can view that on our channel here at YouTube, or you can even see it on our website, jazztime.com. You can even purchase it there too. All right. Now, onto the functions of this watch. It's an Oyster Perpetual, so it's not going to be all that complicated. All it is just hour, minute, seconds hand, and that's it. So, unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. 2, simply wind the watch. If you are at a dead stop, just about 20 to 30 full winds is all you really need to get it to a full power reserve. And once you start feeling that damping starting to ramp up, it gets a little bit more difficult to turn. That's when you've reached the full power reserve of that mainspring barrel. Pull out to the next position and the only other position. Note that the seconds hand has actually stopped, giving you that hacking function so you can actually set the minute hand at any particular precise moment. Simply adjust it to synchronize it to an atomic clock, press the crown back in, and there you go. Nice and easy as you'd have it. Simply wind the crown back in, tighten it back against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. All right, so what makes all of this work? It's actually the 3230 made in-house by Rolex, the caliber. Plus or minus 2 seconds per day, time differential after casing exceeding Swiss standards of timekeeping beyond COSC standards. It also has the center hour, minute, and seconds hands with the stop seconds for precise time setting. No need for a date window here, no extra things, but it gives you everything you need and more. You know, very much like what you'd find in a Datejust. It has the paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with high performance Paraflex shock absorbers, so that means you can get relatively close to magnets, you can take some wild bumps here and there, no need to worry about the timekeeping ability because they'll be keeping time just fine. Altogether, it has a 70-hour power reserve. Pretty impressive, pretty close to almost 3 days, I believe just 2 hours short of 3 days, 3 whole days of winding it fully, setting it down, and then you can pick it back up, say, you know, between a Friday and a Monday time interval, and you're good to go. All right, now taking a look at the bracelet here, we have the Oyster style with the flat 3-piece links for the bracelet, and also they are all brushed finish all the way down, no high polish in any parts here, and it keeps it in a very nice synchronous overall tone and look with the way that it diffuses the light very nicely actually. No inconsistencies here. And just looking at how the light plays on these links gives it a very interesting and mesmerizing look. Certainly something that a lot of people look over when it comes to an Oyster Perpetual bracelet, but this is actually a very, very good style bracelet. I very much like this. Keep in mind there's also a high polish on the outside, complete with my fingerprints, all right? And there's also a taper down, nice taper down to the Rolex folding Oyster clasp. Now, keep in mind that on the Oyster Perpetual, this is fully brushed with, you know, again, the high polish along the sides, but with the Rolex crown logo stamped into the clasp, all right? So it's not going to be protruding out where you're not going to be damaging it as easily, all right? It opens the same way, simply unhinge the top, it opens up, you see the Rolex stamped logo on the inside, and you know that you're dealing with a fully steel bracelet here. And with the Oyster folding clasp, you have the advantage of giving yourself an extra 5mm of comfort extension. All you need to do is simply pull it out, and there you go. If your wrist happens to swell during the day, you have, you know, these extra 5mm. It's about a half lynx size when it comes to the sizing here. All right, so if you're, you know, a little bit dehydrated, you're swollen up a little bit, maybe it's a little hot outside, all you need to do is just get your finger under there, pull it outward, and there you go. Easy 5mm. And once you've cooled down, you've rehydrated, you're back to normal, just simply fold it back in on itself and you're good to go. All right, and while we're here, I can actually try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. Now, those of you who have seen my videos in particular will know that I really very much like the 36mm style watch, and indeed, it fits my wrist perfectly. I have a 7-inch wrist and a very good ratio of case to bracelet or bracelet to case, depending on how you view it. All right, and so I have a very good overall presentation of the dial with the framing here, the bracelet giving a very nice overall look. And with the silver sunray dial, it's, you know, I wouldn't really say it's basic because there's so many little details in there that, you know, I pointed out here that actually make this dial rather kind of actually pretty special in terms of the other, at least in the context of all of the other Oyster Perpetual line, especially in the 2020 releases. And when it comes to the overall weight and the distribution, it's perfect actually for the 36. The bracelet perfectly counterbalances the case, which gives it a very, very, very even weight distribution. I can't even tell which side the case is on when it's on my wrist, at least while it's snug on the wrist. And as you know, the 36 on my wrist at least leaves very little, if any, space underneath these lugs, because those lugs, while they do taper outward, don't actually dig into my wrist, and it's a very nice form factor for a wrist of my size. If your wrist is a little larger, it will still work just fine. wrist is a little smaller, you will have a little bit of extra space underneath these lugs so that you actually do get a little bit more breathing, because the Oyster style bracelet here doesn't offer as much breathing of the wrist, not as much venting of the wrist as, say, the Jubilee style or President style bracelets do, but the Oyster Perpetual line, a very good, very budget-friendly line actually from Rolex. This is an excellent watch to, get your watch collection started with. It's a very good everyday watch. If you have something like a Submariner and that's about as high as you'll ever go, then get an Oyster Perpetual. Or if you have a Datejust and that's the highest you'll ever go, get an Oyster Perpetual, because it's a very good everyday wear watch, something that you can wear just about every day. You don't really need to keep track of days or dates or anything like that. You don't need to use a chronograph. You just need to know the time. Simply just wear one of these. It gets the job done, and it's a Rolex. That you have the Rolex standard behind it with the superlative chronometer exceeding COSC standards. But anyway, enough of what I think. What do you think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. And also be sure to hit that like button, as it really helps our channel out. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our site, jazztime.com. Links in the description below.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.